Good morning. Pastor Adam here with another 2-Minute Truth. You probably remember that TV show, Mr. Rogers. I remember Mr. Rogers. I loved that show. I remember watching Mr. Rogers come in the house and take off the one jacket, put on the other jacket, take off his one shoes and put on another pair of shoes. And I never really understood, why is he, put on another jacket? Why does he put on another pair of shoes? It never really made sense to me, but he did it every time. And now that I have a biblical perspective, it's starting to make sense. You see, when Mr. Rogers comes into the house, he comes into the house and he takes off or puts off one thing and puts on another. Biblically, we're called by God to put off and put on. You see, it's like you take off the one thing and you put it off, but then you put on the other. God is calling us in His Word to do just that. When we come into the house, into His house, He says, put this off and put this on. It says in Colossians chapter 3, verse 8, but now you yourselves are to put off all these things: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy language out of your mouth. And then he says, do not lie to one another. These are the things that God's people are called to put off as they come into God's house. And what I mean by that is when you become born again and you're walking with the Lord, you are a part of His house, a member of His household. And He says, put these things off. He's not saying, don't ever do them ever or you're bad. He's saying, you as my people choose to put them off, put them away from you. When they come up, when they rise up, you put them off, you put them away, you turn from them, you lay them aside, you cast them aside. It's intentional, it's active, it's purposeful. But He also says, remember, He didn't just say, put it off. Mr. Rogers never just took his jacket off, he took it off and he put another one on. He says in verse 12, therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved, put on tender mercies, kindness, humility, meekness, long-suffering, bearing with one another, and forgiving one another. If anyone has a complaint against another, even as Christ forgave you, so also you must do. But above all these things, put on love. We are called to put off and to put on. I want to encourage you today, spend some time meditating on Colossians chapter 3, particularly verses 8 through 16. Put off those things and put on love. Put on tender mercies, kindness, humility, patience, the things of God, as you are a member of the household of God. Come into the house today. God bless you.